Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're going to be talking about how to find purpose in your life. Have you ever felt like you didn't really have purpose and you look around and you see all these people that have great purpose and are doing great things with their life and you're like, what about me? Where's my purpose? Well, I have watched lots of videos of other people talking about finding purpose and listen to what they say, and hearing all of their opinions and ideas, I was never really satisfied. I was always kind of thinking they didn't really get the answer right, and I wanted to get the answer myself. So I started doing some digging and researching, and I think I found something that you might like. So if you're an atheist and you don't believe in God, then your purpose kind of comes from whatever you want it to be. Because if we're just meaningless piles of cells living on a world that happened to come and be by coincidence along with the whole universe, if it was all coincidence, right, and we're just piles of dust, then I don't know if there really is a purpose. And if you can find one, then good job and good luck. But on the Christian perspective, then there's much more purpose. Because on a Christian perspective, we're created in the image of God. We're created after His image, and we're meant to follow the image that He carries. And we need, in order to have purpose in our life, we need to follow His example and learn to be like Him. And if we go astray from His image, we walk away from who we are created to be. We are God's princes and princesses. And I don't know about you, but I'd much rather be a prince than a meaningless pile of cells. There's much more purpose in that, right? I mean, that's amazing. Your Father in heaven is a God that created this whole universe, and you have so much destiny ahead of you, and it's great. So if we go against that, then we go against the purpose and reason of why we were even created. So you might be wondering, well, if we're made in the image of God and we're supposed to carry His image upon ourselves, what kind of image might that be? Well, the way to create purpose and follow God's image is to create, share, and serve. And here's why. In the very beginning of the Bible, the very, very first chapter, Genesis, in verse 1, it says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." Now, that's the very first verse of the Bible. It could have started a million other ways, but it didn't. The very first thing the Bible wants us to know is that God is a creator. We call Him a creator for a reason. He created this whole universe, this world, us, everything we see, smell, touch, hear, feel. It's all a product of God's creation. It was all created for us. And now we get to the second point. God shares His creations with us. God's a sharing God. He created all these things for us, and He wants to share it with us. What good would all His creations do if it just sat idle? If this world just had no life on it? If it had all these amazing rivers and lakes, mountains, amazing skies and sunsets, and there was just nothing here to enjoy it, and it was just sitting there. The world has such beauty and design, and it's all a product of God's creation. He's sharing it for us, and He created it for us. Now, the third thing to find purpose in is service. Jesus said, "The greatest among you shall be your servant." Jesus set the true example of service. He healed, He blessed, He forgave, He praised. He washed the disciples' feet. The King of Kings was washing His disciples' feet. He took the whole world's sins upon Himself and suffered for it, and He created a way for us to be sanctified and go back to Him in heaven. Now, I don't know about you, but that is a big act of service. So with those three things, with creating, sharing, and being of service, then you start to follow the person that God wants you to be, and you create more purpose in your life. And in 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6, it says, "But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly. And he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully." So if you want purpose in your life, then you need to plant seeds, and you get to choose how many seeds you get to plant. And you can create a hobby or an idea or a talent, and you can share it with people and use it to bless other people's lives. You can find a way to serve someone, maybe a smile or a gift or a random text that says, "Hey, how are you doing?" Sometimes that stuff can just make someone's day. It can just light people up and make them feel so good that someone cares. You can give small, you can give great, but the more you do this, the more purpose you can create in your life. So the amount of purpose you can create for yourself is limitless. Even if you create things, share them with people, and serve people, even if they don't appreciate you for it, it doesn't really matter. Because although it's really nice to be appreciated, and you should definitely appreciate others when they do things for you, then when you serve people, then if you're trying to create purpose in your life, you don't really need to worry about being appreciated. Because if you're able to help someone, and you can see that you're truly helping them improve their life, and then they don't really need you to, they don't need to appreciate you for you to feel your purpose, because you can know in your heart that you are doing things for people and that your actions are creating results that will continue to go on. It's basically like you're leaving your fingerprint on society, where before it wouldn't have happened. Right? Hope that wasn't too confusing. So when you go out and you do things for people, and then you help improve their life, then maybe that improvement will improve other things, and those things will improve other things, and you can create a chain. And that chain was first started by you. So even if people know it or not, you're able to create purpose, because you're able to create influence onto other people, whereas before it would never have happened. Plus, God will always see the good things you do, and He will bless you for it. So don't worry about comparing yourself to others. A flower doesn't compete with the flower next to it. It only blooms. So, what are you going to do in your life to bloom? What ways will you create and share and serve? Well, that's up to you, and the choice is yours, and the amount of purpose that you can create is limitless. 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 7 says, "Every man according as he purposeth in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly, or of necessity, for God loveth a cheerful giver." Thank you guys for watching. It's been so nice to be able to make these videos for you guys and get nice feedback. And it's really amazing that people are watching them and enjoying them. It makes me want to do more. So thank you guys. You guys are amazing. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.